Hello, this is Scotty-O with Ecstatic Hearts. How are y'all doing today? I am actually feeling a little under the weather. I've got a cold and so does Melanie, but I'm a little bit better off than she is. And I wanted to send this message because it's too important not to do. Today, we're going to talk about gratitude for Mother's Day as well as birthdays. As most of you know, tomorrow is Mother's Day. Don't forget, it's also my birthday. And I thought this would be a great opportunity to really take a moment and appreciate how amazing our mothers are. So for all you mothers out there, I just want to give you a heartfelt thank you for all the hard work you do. I mean, besides making it possible for us to continue the human race, I mean, the amount of love and work and dedication and everything that you put into raising a child is really kind of beyond my comprehension. It is it's pretty amazing what you do, and I can only say thank you and let you know that it is an amazing thing that you do. We really appreciate all the hard work, all the love, all the time and effort that you've given to help us become who we are today. So if you are celebrating Mother's Day, if you are a mother, I recommend you doing something for yourself. So everything I'm talking about today, feel free to just make it a day of self-love. Same thing if it's your birthday, especially if people don't remember or you just are feeling lonely, take a moment and just really appreciate yourself. Take a day, take a week, celebrate, go on vacation, whatever. But basically acknowledge yourself and how wonderful you are and all the things that you've done in the world and to make a difference, or just for being the amazing being of light that you are. So if you're like me and you're thinking, well, what can I do to celebrate or makes my mother or mother-in-law's day special? Here's some thoughts. First of all, my suggestion is to take it up a notch. Whatever you've done before, think about what can I do to make it extra special. And it doesn't mean it has to cost more money or even take more time, but we come from connection. So coming from the perspective of connection, how can you be more connected with your mother? How can you use Tantra techniques to connect more deeply with the people you love? I think first of all, actual physical connection is important. And so, first of all, remember, do something special for them. No one likes to be ignored. Being ignored is actually the opposite of love. So that's actually more hurtful than if you were yelling and screaming at them. So make sure to do something, anything to acknowledge that you're thinking about them at this time. And if you normally would send a text or an email, my suggestion is give them a call. Regardless of what kind of relationship you have with your mom or your parent, and this is all this stuff applies to birthdays as well. And if you are normally giving them a call, maybe you could go see them. Maybe you could actually give them a surprise visit if that's possible. Or maybe if they live somewhere else, you could do something like a Zoom or a Skype, which is relatively free, and it might be a novel way for you to communicate. Or you can do that on your phone too. There's like video apps. I think most people have it. Anyway, so yeah, do a video chat, just for something different. If you do normally see them and you are celebrating with them, what could you do that's a little bit different? What's something that would stretch your comfort zone or even theirs? What's something a little more interesting that you could do? Maybe, if they're adventuresome, that's my doggies in the background. If they're more adventuresome and they like to do new experiences, maybe you can go on a hike or something somewhere they've never gone before. Heck, you could go skydiving or indoor skydiving. I mean, who knows? Think about outside the box. What could be creative? It's fun for them. And some people think, what is the perfect gift, to give them? And I'm saying sometimes the best gift is an experience. It's not even so much what you do, it's how you do it. For instance, let's take a card. I think a good old-fashioned card, my mom taught me this, that sometimes a good old-fashioned written card is one of the most powerful ways to communicate with people, and it's not something that's done these days very much anymore. There's something about, I don't know, handwritten that I think, to me, maybe because I grew up with it, it to me makes it mean just a little more meaningful. But what you write is what's important. I mean, one of the things I think always goes over well is take a few minutes, really think about all the amazing things, how great your mom is, and write down specifically how wonderful she is, all the things that she did for you, how great she is, what she means to you, the times, think about memories that you had together, think about, things that were just wonderful thoughts, things that you could show them that, that made a difference to you. And the more heartfelt this is, the more emotional it is, the more powerful it's going to be, and the more authentic it is. So I'm not saying make up stuff. I'm saying look for the stuff that's real, and really highlight that. Because there's got to be, no matter what kind of relationship you have, there's got to be some positive things that you can talk about there. The other thing you can do, and write it down, and then you can even share it with them if you can in an emotional way, or do both. That's another thing. If you're trying to figure out, choose between two different options, do both and more. That's the Contra Philosophy. Okay, so another thing to keep in mind is the love languages. So if you're not familiar with this, some people feel more impacted, they feel more cherished by one of these 5 languages. They usually have a type of a style that they give and a type they receive. They are time, like actually spending time with this person, gifts, like physically giving some, it could be a card or something more, like flowers or whatever. Acts of service is actually doing something nice for them. It could be cleaning their car or doing their lawn or whatever. Words of affirmation, which is it kind of ties into this card, and touch. Just giving them a hug. Like a long, meaningful hug, or I don't know how many of you hold hands or kind of snuggle on a couch, but I don't know. Some people are not too old to snuggle with their mom. Anyway, so let's see. So know which one of these makes a difference for them. Which one of these calls to them? If you don't know that, you can always ask and customize it. Or, do something like, the nice thing about a letter is it does words of affirmation. It shows that you put time into it. It, incorporates a gift, and it's something that you might not have normally done. So I think that's a really powerful one. And it's cheap, and it's, relatively easy. This takes a few minutes of thought and care. So anyway, so that's another thing to think about. And gosh, something else you could do besides stretching the comfort zone, going on an adventure, is secrets. Like one of the things that are useful for feeling more connected with other people is actually sharing something you've never told them before, something meaningful or important about your life, something that they may be curious about or never known about. But this is a great opportunity to share something. Now, this, I'm not saying something that they're going to hate, but why not? Connection is its own gift. Even if something is uncomfortable or something you're not sure if they're going to like it, this might be a great opportunity to come forward and share something you really want to tell them that you never have, or an experience that you had in the past that you never shared with them before. Something that maybe in the past you didn't think they could handle, or you just didn't think they want to know, or something that was going to hurt their feelings. And I'm not suggesting intentionally doing something that's going to hurt their feelings. I'm suggesting doing something that's going to increase your authentic connection with them. And secrets are usually barriers that get in the way of connection. So that's just another thought. Anyway, so just to recap, whatever you do, acknowledge the people you love. Take every opportunity to show them that you care, to show them your heart, to be authentic with your emotions, to share what you really feel, and never miss an opportunity to make a difference for somebody. And so this is for birthdays, for Mother's Day, and again, think about the love languages to make it more impactful for them. If you aren't sure which one, do both and more. Spend time, I think physical time, authentic experiences, thinking even something a little different is always useful and more powerful, and maybe use this opportunity to share some secret that you've never done before. So that's pretty much it. I just wanted to reach out and say thank you, moms, mwah, and happy birthday to all you other birthday people. And this is Scotty-O with Ecstatic Hearts. And remember, love is the answer, acceptance is the key. Bye-bye.